The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And now look at him go. The 40, 30, 10, for touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there, 85 yards. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. The very first play from scrimmage, how about that? Talk about setting a tone.
And people always talk about doing exactly that in the first 5 minutes of the game, the first offensive and defensive series. Who's going to gain an advantage? Well, we saw exactly what happened there. A tone was definitely set by the offensive team.
He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This is taken near the 13. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by the defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Bortles to throw on 2nd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I'll tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got a 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right?
And he is going to be hit and taken down. Bortles sacked. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Fletcher Cox, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags. Bortles now to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield. And out now come the Eagles. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established his run game.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Dante Fowler. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Shift together here from the D-line. On play action, Wentz. And incomplete on the deep ball. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Escaping the pressure right. Throws right side, and that's complete. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Being chased out left. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
On second down, here's Wentz. Steps away to his left. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. Wentz going to try and throw on third. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. On second down, here's Bortles. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now Bortles. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. Bortles now on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Bortles going to run the draw with Fournette. He digs him partway out of the hole that they're in. It's an 8-yard gain, and it makes it 3rd and 12. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Throwing his Bortles on third down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick-6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. They begin with a run by Fournette. And an alley to run. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams that just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he'll be taken down as that will... take us to the end of the first quarter of play. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
While there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
From the gun on third down, Bortles. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
Here's Brad Nortman now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And that'll bring up second down. Wentz going to throw. Buying time to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think there he had to come off of his primary receiver in a big way, just trying to get it to a secondary guy, unable to get that play completed.
Checked down, but didn't even have enough time to do that. Incomplete. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down. Mixon. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up fourth. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's fielded at the 45. A great return there of 22 yards. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Fournette, a first down carry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
To throw, it's Bortles. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. Fournette, a first down, still going. A good pickup there at 22.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
Power on power, but he's not going to get in. No gain on the play, and it's going to be second and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that's going to bring up an interesting third and goal. sack back at the 16-yard line. Derek Barnett in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. And Myers able to knock it through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. Well, their offense has struggled for sure, but they get the field goal here and at least get on the board before half.
And that's not something we should underestimate, because just getting points on the board can sometimes have a settling effect on a team. Helps them start their comeback.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
That was well coached and even better executed, because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
Let's go!
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
One of the things that I observed when Dante Fowler was coming out in the NFL draft, how hard he played the game. Every time I turned on a tape, he was either rushing the passer, making a play in space against the ball downfield, or hustling from one sideline to the other. How about that play right there? Making a nice tackle, holding it to a short gain.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Now they run with Mixon. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. 1:59 to go in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. So 2nd and 10 here. Play action. Now Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. Bortles on the give to Fournette. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Brandon Graham. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags. Shotgun now for Bortles. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now a play fake. Wentz. Going for the deep ball. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
But he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
On play action, it's Wentz. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
Flush to his right. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Wentz will try again on second down. Going up top. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. He was looking for Joe Mixon there out of the backfield. And now it's third down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This officially a 55-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken near the 13. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Now a chance to take advantage of that missed field goal. 1st and 10, way up at the 37. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Second half beginning with a run from Fournette. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
From the gun, it's Bortles. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Dante Fowler in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Here's Bortles to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. So with the pass being completed, they'll go ahead and take that instead.
Nothing extra to be gained. Pass interference at the spot, completed the pass. That was your play, so it might as well have not even had the penalty.
Yeah, the defense definitely showing blitz here. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Throwing now is Bortles. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Dumps it off to Fournette. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Myers able to knock it through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So the drive takes him inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, their drive and will to come.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Jags grab it. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Anything to make of this or just a bad stretch? Because he had the 2 fumbles he lost last week and now a 3rd.
It's a bad stretch, but it's one that he has to make sure he overcomes. This isn't on anyone else but him. Taking care of the ball, tucking it away, keeping it high and tight, all the while doing that and not slowing down his running and his ability to move the ball forward.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. To throw is Bortles. And hauled in here by Rivera. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. A 14-yard 1st down pickup for the Jaguars.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you've got to defend it the same way you would defend the 1st down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You played through the receivers, and on that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
The Jaguars on third down. Lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. Bortles going to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And this one is right down Broadway. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So his 3rd field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And 7s and probably even 8s. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear if they want to close this gap.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive, a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, don't they? And he loses the football a second time, and the Jags grab it. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Bortles. Caught right side, it's Lewis. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can forward and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt. When we talk with people about what we think the most important quality for an NFL quarterback to possess, what do people usually say?
Arm strength, and he showed the arm strength there.
Yeah, pretty good bullet pass he threw, but he wasn't accurate, was he?
No.
Listen, you like mobility, but accuracy, first and foremost, is what a quarterback needs. He didn't possess it on that play.
Bortles again here on 2nd and 10. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit at the 7-yard line. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. Now Bortles finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. Bortles to throw once more. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Mercedes Lewis, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are back within a score. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. Here's Myers now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. They'll start here with a give to Mixon. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. shift together here from the D-line. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Jaguars getting set to go. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
It's caught inside the 25. A big play there. Bortles to Robinson. 55 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Throwing on 1st down is Bortles. It's caught right side. It turns. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
In the red zone this time. Now Bortles. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Brandon Graham in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. So this offense really needs to make something happen here late in the 4th with the football. A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It'll be a 2-yard gain. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. Time starting to run out here in the 4th. This defense just trying to keep the offense off the board and preserve this potential victory. Now Bortles. That's complete right around the 8. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 10 yards gets him closer, but now it's 4th and goal. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Myers able to knock it through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. All right, so this one's now back within a field goal. And if anybody tells you they see how this one's going to end, I'd have to say they're probably lying, Charles.
And this game's had more twists and turns than a good mystery novel. And I have a feeling we've got a few more twists and turns in store for us before they shake hands here.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Wentz to throw. Breaks a tackle. It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. To throw is Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. Throw right side, caught by Davis. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Here's Wentz to throw, eluding the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The Eagles on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 9. Now Wentz. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. It's a gain of 14 there, and that should be enough to get him home free. Wentz going to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. Flush to his right. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds. 19 left.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Eagles, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.